and she's getting very emotional. She fights a different fight. She fought an entirely different fight against Chernyak. Perhaps she was intimidated, but she may have another go at Chernyak. But in this one, she looked like one of the knights of the round table on their horse from Camelot, jousting with that big stick, that jousting stick, the way she charged into her opponent there, Saketi. She just can't believe this is, she's made history for Brandeis by getting into the final 8. Well, now it's dangerous because she's got to compose herself because she's got to get ready and get in. Well, why don't we go down to the left side where easily Wolf has disposed of Sharon Young, Carin Wolf of Ohio State, and has done away with Sharon Young from Yale.
That's right. That's no surprise. Carin Wolf has a lot more experience. Can't say that I'm surprised at that match, but we'll look to see how Carin is able to fence in the final now, John.
You know, you see tears of emotion of joy for Kristin Foellmer being consoled. Pete, maybe we can pan over. And consoled by her father. But on the opposite side, right down below us, you can see the cliche agony of defeat as Wayne State's Paola Saketi is really mourning right down in front of us. It's an emotional game. I mean, this is an emotional sport. It is taxing on you not only physically but emotionally as well.
It really is. This is hand-to-hand combat, and you can just see Kristin is overwhelmed by emotion. She's just rocking. She's crying. There's really no words to describe it, folks. When you are that emotional and you are in that heat of the combat, it's that difficult. It's just that close of a bout, and you can see her opponent is also just devastated.
She's going to come up now and console Paola. That's sportsmanship or sportswomanship.
Yes, that really is. One of the greatest things about fencing is we fight and we fight and we fight. We put that mask on, and it is life and death. That mask comes off, and some of these people are the closest of friends. You would never know it when you watch them fence on the strip, John, because they're just going at each other as if their life was on the line. But when that mask comes off and the bout is over, everything is forgotten, and these competitors are, many of them, very close friends.
That's right. Kristin moves on. So, we're getting ready for the final 8 here, and this is the women's foil individual competition. A question I posed to Peter, I'll pose it to you as well. We got a taste of these fencers in the team competition. It was only 5 touches, very short bouts. Sometimes you fought 3 or 4 times, sometimes the same opponent twice in one match. Is that a good barometer? Is that a good way to get the pulse as to the individual competition, or are they 2 separate things in length?
No, I think you can get a pretty good indication of matchups. I think the 5-touch bouts are quicker. It is easier for a weaker fencer to beat a strong fencer in a 5-touch situation just because the bout's over more quickly. In the 15-touch bouts, you see the stronger fencer almost, I'd say, 60 to 70% of the time will win. It's more difficult to upset the stronger and more experienced fencer in the 15-touch bout.
So, the Sibyl Goldstein bout is still going on across the way, taking on the fencer from Temple, Jenny Don't.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what the score is here in this bout, John. Jenny Dote, I believe, is a senior at Temple University in Philadelphia, and Sibyl Goldstein is a sophomore. Sibyl is one of the top junior women's competitor. She was in the final at the Junior Olympic Championships. Junior Olympic Championships is like the Junior Nationals, and she fared very well here. Oh, there's Jenny Don't scoring in touch. That red light indicates that Jenny was successful in hitting her Sibyl Goldstein. So we're winding down, folks. We are coming down to the last match. The winner of this match will be the last finalist. The finals being the top 8 competitors.
You just caught me eating some jelly beans, Terrence. So we are getting ready for the final 8. Penn State fared very well in the team competition. They expect to do as well in the individual competition due to the 2 Olgas, the defending champion, Olga Kalinovskaya, and also Olga Chernyak.
That's right. I think I'd be really surprised, John. I'm not quite sure how the matchings are looking, but I would be really surprised if we didn't see Olga and Olga fencing for the gold. I just don't think anyone else in the field is strong enough to contest them. But there are going to be some other good bouts in the finals. I think the bout really to look for is going to be that bronze medal match. It's going to be a real catfight to see who's going to manage to get into the top 4 and who is going to win the bronze. I think that's going to be a real close bout that should be real exciting. We also look forward to hopefully seeing Olga and Olga fence each other. That ought to be two master fencers going at it. We should see a lot of caginess. These two women have an opportunity to train with each other all the time. They compete against each other all the time. It's always interesting to see fencers who do have to fence with each other a lot actually compete.
Penn State could conceivably push 3 fencers into the final 8 because Sibyl Goldstein, if she manages to survive this fight, she'll be able to go in with the other 2 Olgas.
That's right, John. If Sibyl Goldstein does defeat Jenny Don't of Temple University, she will advance to the final, and that will make 3 fencers from Penn State in the final.
So we're going to pause and come back with the final 8 right after this. You're watching the 1994 NCAA Fencing Championships only on ABT. We'll be right back. We're getting ready for the women's foil finalists. They're about to be introduced here at the Gosman Center. This is our last day of coverage here, and we want to thank some people. Mr. Jeff Cohen, the athletic director, as you can see, standing to the right of the center podium of Brandeis University. Mr. Jack Malloy, the Associate Athletic Director here. Also Sports Information. Barbara Bickford. It's been an exciting 4 days of competition, actually 5 days. This tournament began on Thursday and ends on a Tuesday. Penn State has cleaned up here in this competition.
NCAA Championships, women's individual foil. Seeded number 1 in the finals, Olga Chernyak.
Chernyak, the number 1 seed. Well-deserved.
Olga is from Lafayette, California. She's attending Penn State.
Here she comes.
Majoring in nursing. She's 3-time All-American. She was NCAA champion in 1992 and 2nd last year. Olga Chernyak.
3-time All-American. 2nd last year. She was a champion in 1992. She's going to take on Carin Wolf.
Carin is from Vernon Hills, Illinois. She's attending Ohio State University.
So we've got Olga Chernyak, Penn State, taking on Carin Wolf from Ohio State.
She was 8th in the 1993 NCAAs, making 2nd team All-American, and 2nd place in the 1994 Midwest Regionals, and she's 1993 Ohio State Rookie of the Year, Carin Wolf. The Chernyak Wolf bout will be fenced on strip number 1. Our next finalist, Sibyl Goldstein.
Sibyl Goldstein, Penn State will boast 3 fencers in this top 8 in the individual foil competition.
Attending Penn State University, where she's coached by Kalinovskaya and Garde. She's a freshman majoring in business.
Only a freshman.
6th place in this year's Temple Open and 9th place in the Mid-Atlantic Regionals. Sibyl Goldstein. Her opponent, seated 4th in the finals, Regina Moroney.
Regina Moroney will take on Sibyl Goldstein.
She's attending St. John's University, where she's coached by
St. John's.
She's a junior majoring in graphic design. She was 11th in the 1993 NCAA Championships and 7th in the Penn State Open. Regina Moroney. The Goldstein-Moroney bout will be fenced on strip number 2. Our next finalist, Melanie Jones.
There's Melanie Jones.
Melanie is from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. She's attending Fairleigh Dickinson University, where she's coached by Jennifer Desai. She's a senior majoring in American history. In 1991, she was honorable mention All-American, finishing 9th. And in 1992, she was All-American, finishing 7th. Melanie Jones. Our opponent, seated 6th in the final, is Kristin Foellmer.
There's Brandeis' Kristin Foellmer.
Kristin is from Guilford, Connecticut. is attending Brandeis University, where she's coached by Bill Shipman. She's in the class of 97, where she's studying women's studies. She was Athlete of the Week and UAH on the UAA Championship team. Kristin Foellmer. Jones-Foellmer bout will be fenced on strip number 3. Our next finalist is Lisa Honig. Lisa is from Boulder, Colorado. She's attending Temple University, where she's coached by Nikki Frank. She's a senior, majoring in journalism and public relations. She's an academic All-American. Lisa Honig.
Lisa Honig from Temple versus Olga Kalinovskaya.
Opponent in the final is Olga Kalinovskaya
from Penn State.
Olga is from St. Petersburg, Russia. She's attending Penn State University, where she's coached by Kaidanov and Blan. She's a sophomore, majoring in electrical engineering.
She's from Leningrad, St. Petersburg. Right, Pete? The former Leningrad. Olga Kalinovskaya. What a nice lady. Smiled. Very relaxed before her bouts. There you have the final 8. And they're going to get ready to fight. And what do you look for once you get to the final 8? What do you, one bout at a time, obviously?
Well, I'll have to say that we're looking at people from different schools, and not only different schools, but different schools of training, even from within the same school. The Penn State team, you're looking at one who's very agile. Kalinovskaya definitely has agility and speed. Chernyak definitely has staying power and a lot of thought. The Russians produce great chess players, and they also produce great fencers.
So we're going to be back with the final 8 right after this. As we begin the final 8, the match you're watching right now, Olga Chernyak with her back to you on the right from Penn State. Her opponent, the formidable Carin Wolf from Ohio State.
It was really fun, John. At the beginning of the day, I had the opportunity to direct Olga and Carin fencing in the preliminary rounds. At that point, Carin actually beat Olga pretty handily, actually 5-1. I then directed them in the second round of the competition, and Olga had wanted her revenge, John. She wasn't going to forget that bout, and she pretty handily beat Carin. So here's the third time that they're fencing today. It'll be interesting to see how it goes this time.
Now, would you tell me, Terrence, when does it go from 5 touches to 15? When do you make that demarcation?
In this competition, once we had eliminated, once we were down to 16 fencers, John, the format of the competition switched from 5 touches to 15 touches.
So Olga Chernyak, no score here. This is the women's individual foil. She is at odds here with Carin Wolf. Why don't we pan to strip number 2? The official, incidentally, for strip number 1 is Andrew Shaw, the director. And now we have Sibyl Goldstein versus Regina Moroney. Sibyl Goldstein with her back to you on the left, Moroney on the right. Sibyl from Penn State, one of 3 fencers. Regina Moroney from St. John's University. The director?
Mr. Stopowski, one of the foreign fencers from Poland, who is both a coach as well as a director. This should be a fairly close match, John. Sibyl Goldstein and Regina Moroney, I would say, are fairly well matched. Sibyl might be just a little bit stronger, but I expect this to be a close match.
Olga Chernyak leading her match by a score of 2-0. This one here, Sibyl Goldstein has a 1-0 lead. As we pan over to the Kristin Foellmer match, it's going to be difficult to bring you a score, but Kristin Foellmer, Brandeis' own, who had that emotional victory over Sacchetti from Wayne State, she is pitted against Melanie Jones, a formidable opponent from Fairleigh Dickinson. That touch there goes to Foellmer. She is fencing well, Terrence.
She's fencing great right now. Oh, no, she got caught there, got a little anxious. One of her biggest problems here in this match is going to be to stay calm, John. She's got a lot of adrenaline pumping. The home crowd is rooting for her. She's just got to stay smart. She's got to use her technique to her advantage, not get too excited, John. Otherwise, it could cost her.
Yep. She has that style, that lunging style, the leaping style, and there it cost her a point as Jones with a riposte scores.
I might add that her opponent, Jones, Melanie Jones, has been on several Junior World Championships teams and has been fencing for a very, very long time. Once again, Kristin Foellmer did spend last year training in Germany, so her training will definitely challenge Melanie Jones's experience. Both fencers very fast, John, very fast.
Yeah, I was just checking that Foellmer beat Paola Sacchetti, who was ranked 5th last year from Wayne State. We've got 4 fencers that were in the top 10 last year here. The 2 Olgas, Carin Wolf, who's facing Olga Chernyak, and also Lisa Honig from Temple.
Right. Just also to keep you up to date, John, across the way we have Olga Kalinovskaya. Probably, I can't see the score, but I'd have a hard time imagining her having any difficulty with the fencer from Temple, Lisa Honig.
Yeah, let's pan over there. It is 6-0, 7-0 now. Olga Kalinovskaya, the defending champion. She won it in 93. Olga Chernyak won it in 92. They went 1-2 last year. But she is having her way now with Honig from Temple across the way. It is 7-0. There's a double touch scored. That is Kish.
Shandor Kish is the referee for that match over there. And Kalinovskaya just looks really relaxed, very much in control of that match at the moment. Lisa Honig has a real uphill battle.
Yeah, that's 8-0 over there. The UN may have to intervene if Honig doesn't start doing something. Now, if we pan back to strip number 1, where Olga Chernyak is facing Carin Wolf, it is a 4-2 bout. Chernyak with a 2-touch lead.
I think at this point, some of the psychology of earlier in the day is taking place here. Carin Wolf is not as strong of a fencer as Olga Chernyak. However, Carin did beat Olga earlier in the day, and I think that makes Olga a little wary of Carin. You can see she's really excited. She's really into this match. She's not going to let a single touch get away. She does not want to let Carin even slightly get into this match if she can help it.
Yep, 5-3. These are the top 8. We're going to go down to the top 4. And that is the end of the first round. What the score? Penn State's Olga Chernyak 5. And Carin Wolf from Ohio State 2. Let's pan back to strip number 2, where another fencer from Penn State, Sibyl Goldstein, is having a time with it, though. She's trailing 5-2 to Regina Moroney of St. John's.
These are both left-handed fencers. It's southpaw against southpaw. As a result, I think Sibyl Goldstein right now is feeling a little uncomfortable against Regina Moroney from Penn State. There's a nice move from Regina. As her opponent comes forward, she spins out of the way, hitting her opponent and putting the green light on and scoring another touch, widening her lead to 6-2.
Over at the Kristin Foellmer match, they have completed the first round. It is 8-6 Kristin Foellmer. She's the fencer on, you're right down in front of us. We're watching the Goldstein match, but if we can pan up to the Foellmer match on strip 3, she has an 8-6 lead. Well, we stay with that for a bit. That looks to be a good battle.
At this point, Kristin has a little bit of a lead. Looks like she's fencing well. She's staying calm, John. She's not getting too excited. She's not getting too wild with that aggressive attack of hers. Right now, she's actually trying to hold on to the end of the strip there. And she's being the defender at this very moment. Up. Oh. A little careless there, a little careless. That's going to be the thing that's going to cost her. She's got to stay on her feet and pick her time to be aggressive. There's a nice touch. There's a nice touch. That's what's going to win it for her, John. That is exactly the type of fencing that will win this bout for Kristin.
I would classify her style, and this is tactful, as nothing short of reckless. She's helter-skelter. She's attacking. She's on the front of her feet and moving forward at all times, which is not a bad strategy to have as a fencer.
She's definitely spirit in motion, and she makes her competitors feel very uncomfortable because she's so aggressive and she's unpredictable. They just don't know what she's going to do. And she is left-handed. Being left-handed and being that aggressive makes it difficult on the competitor. Yellow card was given, I believe, to the the fencer on the right for turning. I'm not quite sure. I did not see the call, so I'm not quite sure, but I believe the card was for turning.
After one round, Olga Kalinovskaya with an 11-0 lead over Lisa Honig of Temple. Right down in front of us, 6'3", Sibyl Goldstein is trailing the St. John's fencer, Regina Moroney, and Olga Chernyak leading 7-2 over Carin Wolf. But staying with the Foellmer bout.
Foellmer bout, once again, Kristin is leading here in this bout. She's actually a little defensive. She's right there at the end of the strip. Melanie Jones from FDU, Fairleigh Dickinson, is also a very aggressive fencer, and right now she has Kristin a little bit on the defense there towards the back end of the strip.
Kristin leads 11-6.
Way to go, Kristin. So far, it looks like she is in control. Let's just hope she's able to hold on, and 4 more touches will secure her spot in the top 4, John.
Olga Kalinovskaya with a 12-0 lead from Penn State. 6'3", Regina Moroney, and 7'4" for Olga Chernyak. It's 11-6 for Kristin Foellmer. These are the final 8 fencers. Final 8 ladies. It's been an exciting tournament, hasn't it, Terrence? I mean, it's been a pleasure working with you, but just I've learned so much. I've been enlightened by all this. And the one thing I like about the sport, it moves along quickly. There's no boredom.
There really is no boredom. Once you understand a little bit more of what's going on, and it is confusing, and we encourage our viewers, if they have any questions, to feel free to call the Academy of Fencing or the Boston Fencing Club in Massachusetts. It's located in Watertown. The number there is 617-926-3450. Once again, that's 617-926-3450. Classes are offered there, as well as there are plenty of knowledgeable people there who could answer any question that you might have and introduce you to the sport if it really interests you. But it is a quick-moving sport, John, and I think what we've seen here is an excellent tournament in regards to the organization and in regards to the level of competition.
Right now, the bout you're watching right now, Regina Moroney, St. John's on your right, 7. Penn State, Sibyl Goldstein, 3. No, Terrence, we're going to be losing you momentarily. You have a lesson with your Russian mentor. You're heading to Budapest, I understand, tomorrow. And I've been told Buda is better than Pest.
That's right. I am heading to Budapest tomorrow for a World Cup competition that's taking place next Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be there training for a few days and then competing in the competition myself. It should be a great trip. I'm looking forward to it, John.
Olga Kalinovskaya, 13-3. And Chernyak, 10-4. Moroney, 7-4. Foellmer 11-6. Those are the 4 bouts in progress we're watching right now. Sibyl Goldstein on your left, Regina Moroney from St. John's on your right. It's a 7-4 bout. Now we can check back to the pan left here and check the Olga Chernyak bout. Olga in a duel here with Carin Wolf. Carin Wolf from Ohio State.
Yeah, as you see here, Olga now has really taken control of this match. It's 11-5. Carin is now down 6 touches. It's just going to be, at this point, pretty impossible to rattle back against Chernyak. Nothing is impossible, but there's Olga scoring another touch. I think Carin's pretty much out of this match, John.
Yep. If the director is Andrew Shaw, who's done a fabulous job, I might add, in this tournament. It is 12-5. Let's go back over to the Kristin Foellmer one as they're whooping it up. She is getting closer to victory. She's getting closer to the Final 4. And I do believe, has a Brandeis woman fencer ever gotten to the Final 4?
In my knowledge, and I could be wrong, but as far as I know, there's never been a Brandeis woman to make the top 4, John. This would be a spectacular result. This would also be one of the best results, period, in the NCAAs, in either for men or women.
In theory, should Goldstein come back, you're going to have a Brandeis fencer with 3 Penn Staters, huh?
That's right. That's right. That's exactly what would happen. At the moment, Regina looks like she's in control of this match, but it's fairly close, and these 2 fencers are very close in skill.
13-10 Foellmer.
13-10 for Foellmer. 13-10. 2 more touches, and she is in the top 4, folks. She is in the top 4 and vying for a chance to go for the gold medal.
Yep. So there's another touch. It's 13-11. Kristin Foellmer on your right from Brandeis. On your left is Melanie Jones from Fairleigh Dickinson.
Again, Melanie is a very experienced fencer. She's fenced on a couple of junior world championship teams. She's been on U.S. teams before. her experience is a little bit more. Oh, Kristin Foellmer scoring with a parry riposte. Beautiful parry riposte. Kristin Foellmer making it 14-11. One touch away. One touch away. Oh! Landing off target on that one, John. Oh, she almost had it.
I can imagine, Terrence, if she wins this, there's going to be tears everywhere. She was just overwrought with joy. There's a nice riposte by Jones. Now it's a 14-13, a 14-12 bout.
14-12 bout. Kristin. Oh, no. Kristin can't rush here. She can't get excited. She's got to stay calm. She's got to be aggressive, but she's got to pick her time, John. She can't become careless. Jones is just too experienced. She's not going to let her score any easy touch. There's a tough call for the director. Oh, no. We now have a 14-14 bout here, John. 14-14.
It doesn't get any better than this. Olga Kalinovskaya has won her match. She goes to the Final Four. She defeated handedly Lisa Honig. There's a touch. The director over there
throwing that touch out, saying that it was off target. Look at these two fencers go. Look at their body language. Just watch. Look at that bouncing. Oh, making a beat attack. Kristin, that white light for Kristin underneath the green light, folks, indicating an off-target hit. There's another off-target hit.
Look at the parabola on the blade of her foil.
She's got a bend. Oh, no. How's that being called? Off target. This is really tense. This is really close. Oh! Oh, Kristin Foellmer, 15-14.
Unbelievable. She downs Melanie Jones, and there's Bedlam out on strip number 3. She is being mobbed by her Brandeis fencing teammates. Kristin Foellmer goes to the Final Four. Well, we're shaping up the Final Four. One of the competitors will be Olga Kalinovskaya. The other one will be Olga Chernyak. It'll be Kristin Foellmer. And then the winner of this bout, why don't we come back to this bout here, Pete? Right down in front of us on strip number 2, where the third Penn State fencer, Sibyl Goldstein, is going at it. She is in a jousting match here with Regina Moroney of St. John's. Moroney scores there. It makes an 11-6 match. And so we've got the two Olgas in. We've got Kristin in. We're shaping up for a dandy of a final.
This is going to be one hell of a final, John. Really is. Really is. Regina right now is in control of this bout. I'm sure Penn State would love to see 3 Penn Staters in the top 4, but at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, they can open up your budget a little more, Ken. Fiscal year 95, you can get some more allocations.
That's right. Right now, Penn State is leading in the overall team championship. There's Moroney putting up her lead to 12-6. Is that 12-6 or 11-6, John? I can't quite see. 12-6. Six touch lead here. 6-touch lead. I would have expected it to be a little closer, but Regina's fenced a great bout here and really put away Sibyl in the early going.
Absolutely. Serving the Redmond well from St. John's. Goldstein representing the Nittany Lions from Penn State. And here's the feeling out process. Oh, beautiful riposte there. Oh, my. Moroney with a fabulous touch.
That's one of Moroney's trademark moves, folks. If you watched, you would see her, as she came forward, she actually turns her body, causing her opponent to miss, and landing a valid touch on her opponent. There it is again, folks. As Sibyl came forward, Regina lunges into her opponent and turns her body, causing her opponent to miss. She's just done that move over and over again, and Sibyl has been unable to deal with it.
14-6, so there's got to be a gray area. How far, like in a pitcher when he boxes? If he brings his delivery, he's wind up, if he goes beyond the belt, beyond his knee. Baseball pitchers just say, what is he talking about? What I'm trying to say is there's the block rule. You can only go so far. This one's over. Moroney will advance. So we've got our 4 finalists. I'll get back to that thought in one moment.